So when we say to you that we are eager to co-create with you in this way, those words are not even close to strong enough, because you are the leading edge. You're out here in the leading edge of contrast, stirring up new desires. And when you do, the energy that creates worlds begins moving toward them. And we have the benefit of that movement. In other words, we wrote a book a few years ago. It was entitled Ask and It Is Given. Really a good title, because it is so accurate in the way things unfold. When you, from your physical format, come to the clarity of asking for something, it becomes a vibrational reality in the moment of your asking. And this new asking that you just interjected into your physical conversation meshes, merges, blends perfectly with the asking that you've offered before, and is vibrationally held in focus by the non-physical counterpart of you. That's us and those like us. What this workshop is about is, how soon are you going to let yourself in on it? How soon are you going to raise the vibration of your being to the level of your new asking? So when you ask for something, because the contrast is helping you to know that it is really unpleasant not to have this thing that you want, when you ask for something from a conscious awareness that you don't have it, your dominant vibration is in the not having of it. We don't have any conscious vibration about not having anything. We're going with the flow. You can too. So you launch the rocket, we go with the flow, and we revel in watching, just like Esther was watching from afar, so thrilled in anticipation of what was going on with these people that she loves. So much fun to watch people that you care about enjoying life. And that's what it's like for us. We watch you exploring the contrast. We watch you giving birth. We watch your dreams, and we focus only upon your dreams. And we don't take score about whether you've realized them in manifestation. We want you to put a new definition or a new meaning, a new understanding about what realizing your dreams means. Realizing them means you being in the vibrational vicinity of the dreams that you put into the vortex so that you can realize them as they are flowing into your experience. Most of you don't realize it. It's right there in front of you. In order to realize something, you have to be on the frequency with it. And something that you want that's lost and something that you want that's found are very different vibrational frequencies. And if you're on the I can't find it frequency, you can't find it. And it's not because the universe doesn't have it. It's not because it's not in the vortex. It's not because it's not in plain sight. It's not because you aren't worthy, and it's not because you're not ready, and it's not because you've done something wrong. It's for the simple reason that you've just got a different vibration going on right now than it, so you can't realize it. So that is our message to you. If there's something that you want that you are not yet realizing, it's only because you're not yet allowing yourself to realize it. It's not because it's being withheld. It's not because it's lost. It's not because it's in the wrong place. It's not for any other reason other than you've got a thought that you keep thinking, and that's all a belief is, that is of a frequency that does not allow you. You see, you think this time-space reality is real stuff. You do. We know you do. We watch you. You haul it around. You clean it. You insure it. You think it's real stuff, but it isn't. It's just manifesting right before you. You are translated it into reality, you see. So over time, we've broken this into 3 steps. We want you to understand that you're sifting through the contrast and you're asking all day, every day. That's step 1. Ask for what you prefer. Step 2 is not your work. Step 2 is the source within you, your inner being, that larger non-physical part of you, becomes the vibrational equivalent of what you have asked for. In the moment that you ask for it, and each thing that you ask for later, each amendment to desire that you offer goes into this spinning vortex. We want to demonstrate it here in this pure high vibration. Goes into this spinning vortex, and in that high flying, pure positive energy vortex, all that you have asked for already is. In other words, that larger part of you has become it. Now, this is where our physical friends get freaky, because it is so annoying to hear that everything that you want already is, because you want it to be is right here where you is. You want it to be here where you be. You don't want it to be off in some nebulous, non-physical, ghost-like atmosphere. We get that. But we just want you to know that the steps to the process are you ask and it becomes vibrationally first. And then you must find a way to be a vibrational equivalent to what you're asking for. But you don't do that easily because you've been practicing your observation of what is with such intensity and with so much drama and trauma and with so many people telling you, can't you see what is? Can't you see what is? Can't you see what is? That it's hard for you to hear someone like us say, never mind what is. Instead of noticing what is, let what is have been the bouncing off place for what really is, and now you try to find vibrational alignment with what really is, and then it will really, really, really be what is. You must become interested in the vibrational reality that you've created, because if you're not aware of it and interested in it and practicing consistently the vibration of it, you cannot achieve your point of attraction. You cannot get your point of attraction moving with the same momentum, in the same vibration, with the same velocity of what you've asked for. And until you do that, it's going to bounce right out of your experience. It cannot come to you unless you are a vibrational match to it. So the big key is, how can I be a vibrational match to abundance when I'm living the absence of abundance? How can I be a vibrational match to clarity when I'm standing in a state of confusion? And the answer to that question is, you've got to understand that it's a vibrational experience, not an observational experience. You've got to figure out how you can offer a vibration that is different from your observation. Or you've got to figure out how to observe with more specific, deliberate clarity of focus. So that's what we'll be talking about here today. You are deliberate creators? Well, maybe. Sometimes. You are the creator of your reality? Absolutely. You create some of it by default? For sure. You have the ability to be deliberate in everything you create? Absolutely. And by the end of this gathering, you will understand fully how to go about that. So, here you stand in your physical body, sifting and sorting and asking, doing step one so effectively, as individuals and as collective consciousness. And the evolution of all species is about exactly that. Contrast inspires you to want more. So source becomes vibrationally a part of what you have become and establishes a vibrational frequency that you can never separate yourself from. And you can tell that that vibrational frequency exists because you have emotions that tell you that it does. When you feel elation, that's your indicator that you're right now in perfect resonance with that vibrational frequency. When you feel frustration, that's your indication that you are not in perfect resonance with that frequency, but you're not so far off from it. When you feel hopeful, you're closer to that frequency. When you feel love, you're right smack dab in the middle of it. When you feel clarity, when you feel elation, passion, you're right up to speed. When you feel despair, when you feel fear, you're really far away from that vibration. So this is a very important thing to understand. You've launched the rocket and it is part of you. And that source energy part of you from which you came, who always holds you in constant awareness, is holding the vibrational frequency of your greatest becoming, of your furthest most expansion. But if you don't get up to speed and stay up to speed with that expansion, then you feel the gap. And that's what negative emotion is. So once you understand this, now it will be easier for you to understand how simple your work really is. It's so much more simple than you have believed it to be. You've been working pretty hard at life. You observe things wanted and things unwanted, and you sift them into piles. Don't want that. Do want that. And then you try to figure out how to get the wanted piles all around you and the unwanted piles further from you. But what most humans don't understand is that in this attraction-based universe, there's no exclusion. So every single time you give your attention to something unwanted and you say, go away from me, it comes closer. So what a good day we've had today. Even though in a gathering like this, we are offering a lot of words, and so are you, something else significantly more important is happening, and that is the vibrational communication that is taking place. And on this particular day, because of your willingness to focus with us, because of the beautiful things that you individually brought to this gathering, not only those who sat in the hot seat and verbalized, but those of you who sat in your seats, who thought and responded, we've had a vibrational, revolutionary experience today. Without exception, your vibration is in a different place than where you started. You've chosen a different vibrational disc. And in most cases, that disc that you're upon is that high-flying, good-feeling disc. This is the momentum that you want to keep going. So I want to just briefly express to you what kinds of things happen to you when you are, for a period of time, in vibrational alignment with who you really are on that high-flying disc. Ideas of clarity begin flowing to you that feel almost as if they are coming from somewhere else. It feels like someone who cares about you is blending with you and giving you impulses that are different from the impulses that you might have been choosing, but they're impulses that are not controversial to you. They're not confusing to you. There's no should I or shouldn't I. You begin to feel a certainty about things that is what it feels like when you are consistently in alignment. It's not like those that you've known all of your life who just like a dog on a bone get hold of something and don't let go of it. It's a feeling of certainty that comes over you that you just know that if you follow through with this idea as it is flowing, that everything about it will go well. It's alignment is really what we're talking about. It's aligning with the highest part of that which you are and with the highest part of that which you have asked for. As we've been visiting over these hours that we've been together, everything that we have contributed, and for the most part, everything that you've contributed, has added to this higher frequency vibration. We don't want you to ever worry about dipping from it, because the truth of it is, friends, you cannot go back. You can't touch an understanding, even if you can't maintain it. You cannot touch an understanding like you have done here today and ever not benefit by that understanding again. In other words, you've moved to a new place, and everything about your life experience is going to reflect that change, even if you don't maintain it even all of this day. Esther and Jerry always teased that they should maybe put on the disclaimer that you signed, the one that lets you know that it's going to be recorded and that maybe it will be used for other things, that maybe they also should put in there, you're going to reach vibrational frequencies that you cannot go back from. That you're going to learn things that you're not ever going to be able to forget, because the larger part of you already knows them. And because of this gathering that you have willingly and magnificently participated in today, you have moved to a new vibrational frequency. You have found resonance with that larger part of who you are. Does that mean everything in your world is going to change suddenly? No, and that's a really good thing. But it does mean that things are going to peter out that you don't want, and things are going to begin to accelerate that you do want. It does mean that those around you are going to look brighter, and they're going to feel funner, and you're going to have more satisfaction in literally every relationship that you have. Don't worry about relationships falling by the wayside. Nothing suddenly like that's going to happen. But you're going to feel your preferences queuing up to greater specifics. You're going to feel yourself being more deliberate about the things that you're wanting to think about. And it is our promise to you that never again are you going to find yourself stepping onto a disc that doesn't feel good, that you're not consciously going to realize, hey, I've got 16 seconds, 15 seconds, 14 seconds, 13 seconds. In fact, doing that countdown is probably the best thing that you can do to stop momentum. Just count your way down right off that disc and don't let that momentum get going. We've enjoyed this interaction more than words can say. There is love and appreciation here for you that often you can feel and sometimes you can't.